What do you think of Donald Trump?
What do I think of him? And he was certainly terrific.
Did you know one of the largest U.S. flags in the state of Georgia stands proudly in Pure Talk's parking lot? To honor the flag, Pure Talk is supporting America's warrior partnership in their mission to prevent veteran suicide. The transition to civilian life can be difficult, especially in this economy. Access to housing, employment, and even their earned VA benefits can be difficult. That's why Pure Talk proudly supports America's Warrior Partnership and their mission to prevent veteran suicide. You can join the fight when you switch to Pure Talk's 5G service and support this great charity. Now through Flag Day, they'll match every dollar donated. Choose a wireless company who shares your values. Upgrade your cell phone service to America's most dependable 5G network for just $20 a month. Dial pound 250 and say Brandon Tatum, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will help you make the switch. Dial pound 250 and say Brandon Tatum for superior cell phone service that's half the price of Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. And you're helping to prevent veteran suicide. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Officer Tatum Show. I want to play a clip from Judge Judy.
Is that the justice system working, or is it the justice system being manipulated?
I would be happier, as someone who owns property in Manhattan, if the district attorney of New York County would take care of criminals who are making it impossible for citizens to walk in the streets and use the subway, to use his efforts to keep those people off the street, than to spend $5 million or $10 million of taxpayers' money trying Donald Trump on this nonsense. That's my view. But I, as a taxpayer in this country, resent using the system for your own personal self-aggrandizement. Now, if you didn't know...
And that's what you think the DA did in Manhattan?
That's what I think. I mean, if you look, you had to twist yourself into a pretzel to figure out what the crime was. He doesn't like him. New York City didn't like him for a while.
Trump. What do you think of Donald Trump?
What do I think of him? I think he was a good businessman, a real estate guy, and he was certainly terrific on The Apprentice.
Now, Judge Judy goes on to say more, but I can't find a longer clip of that. But she's 100% correct. Y'all got, the house is on fire, and you outside arguing with a neighbor about weeds in their yard. No, you're not arguing with them. You over at the neighbor house trying to fight them to pull weeds out their yards while you call the HOA to try to get them in trouble and get a tag on their door, and your house is on fire. Which one do you think makes more sense for you to pay attention to? You mother all that taxpayer dollar to get Trump in trouble because of some financial discrepancies. What do you like? I'm literally gonna have a stroke on the radio thinking about these. Like, how dare you? How dare you utilize taxpayer dollars for your own pet projects? Whether or not Donald Trump overinflated his business dealings 100 years ago is not impacting anybody, not one person. Donald Trump's hush money thing, they can't even tell you what the underlying crime is. Made it go, make them be able to raise it to a felony. They can't tell you what the underlying crime is. They don't even have to unanimously agree on it. Who did Donald Trump hurt? Because he paid a prostitute that really on TV sucking and doing all kind of stuff for funds anyway. It's not like she got a great reputation anyway. It's not like she was harmed in this. Who did he hurt? This woman coerced Donald Trump into paying her to shut up, and she signed an NDA. So who did he hurt by this? But every day you wake up, people out here getting killed, choked, stabbed, illegals, raping people and doing all this stuff. And y'all are spending time trying to go after Donald Trump for crimes that do not have, yet y'all can't solve any crimes in your city. Police officers are quitting left and right. The roads tow up. What are y'all doing? And they spending millions and millions and millions of dollars trying to go after Donald Trump. No victim. Think about it. Who was a victim in the Stormy Daniels thing? Who was a victim? What person was victimized? In the whole real estate thing, where they say he was overinflating, which is bullcrap. Who was the victim in that? They didn't even have a bank that said he defrauded us. Every single loan he got, he paid it back on time. Not one bank will complain that you overinflated money that they gave you that you pay back. It's like somebody coming to me and say, B. Tatum, hey man, I got this real estate deal that I want to do. The property is worth $10 million. So I need about $8 million of your dollars. And I'll pay you back on this date and time. And I say, all right, I agree to that. Come to find out he lied and he didn't need that much money, but he paid me back with interest anyway. He didn't hurt me. He lied, but I got my money back with interest. So where's the problem at? Where's the investigation? What does it matter? You know, I let a friend loan a friend some money just recently at the beginning of the year. And I don't loan people money if they don't pay me back. Like, for instance, I'm not going to loan you so much money that if you don't pay me back, it's going to ruin our friendship. I only loan you what I'm comfortable loaning you. That if you never gave it back to me, it wouldn't hurt me at all. Anything outside of that, I will not loan people money. If my mama came to me today and said, Brandon, I need a loan for $30,000, I do not care if I had it or not. I'm not loaning my mama $30,000 because I don't want her to have the obligation to have to pay me back, because if she don't pay me back, I'm going to be mad. And I don't want to be mad at my mama. So my mama can ask me something safe that if she never paid me back, I wouldn't bat an eye, period. So anyway, if I was a bank and I loaned somebody money and they exaggerated a little bit and they made their money, I made my interest back on a higher number, I'm winning. They spent your taxpayer dollars to investigate a man like that. And we all know why, but they lie to you and say it's for another reason. Let me go with a clip from Kevin O'Leary, roll clip 3.
I'll rank them for you. Inflation, number 1. Inflation, number 2. Inflation, number 3. You got to deal with those first. Then there's border security. Then there's foreign affairs. Then there's everything else. But if you're at the kitchen table in Champaign-Urbana, Illinois right now, you don't care about anything except the fact that you're getting squeezed by 38% increases in protein, by 20% increases in energy, by housing that's not affordable. That's it. That's what matters. That's what the debate's about. Everything else, interesting, not as important.
I think Kevin O'Leary had an incredible point. I think that we get caught in the sauce and the nuance of the things that's going on in the country when it comes to social issues. But the average person isn't worrying about drag queen story time. The average person isn't worried about Pride Month. I am. I got all this. You know, I do this for a living. The average person isn't really worried about Trump's indictments. The average person is saying, I'm about to go bankrupt. I'm about to lose it all. I can't keep working 2 and 3 jobs. Every day they go and buy eggs, they go, what in the is going on? Why are groceries this high? Feel the pressure of things being unaffordable for me now. Interest rates are too high. I wanted to buy a house, but I cannot even afford the mortgage on the house now that the interest rates have gone up double. And then people are listening and saying, yeah, the Caitlin Clark, that stuff is cute. The arguments about this is cute, and that, and Trump, and that, and Soros. But wait a minute, bro. Is this going to get worse, or is it going to get better? Bottom line, am I going to have to pay, or is inflation going to go higher? Which means that we may have to start making some serious sacrifices, some in which you lose a little dignity to sacrifice it. Is that what we're up against? Is what the average American person is saying. I would argue. I'm not the average American. All I do is politics all day long. All I do is see all the shenanigans. But for a person that ain't indulged in this every day and on social media 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that person is really just looking at the bottom line. Looking at, I thought I was going to be able to take my family on a vacation. I thought I'd be able to pay for my kid to go to private school. I thought I was going to be able to take him shopping. I thought we were going to be able to, finally I got another job. I thought we was going to be able to go without going check to check. These things emotionally cripple people more so than just about anything else. I'm running out of time. Y'all hold the phone. I'll be back.